Lawrence! Lawrence, can you hear me? Can you move away from the door? Come on, help me out here, Lawrence. Hold on. I'm coming.
If you could tell us in your own words just what happened on the day that Lawrence White was shot.
There's only one person responsible for what happened. That's me. But I didn't mean to hurt him.
I love my granddad.
I just wanted to help him. He had the gun, and he was drunk, angry. I told him to put it down, but he threatened to shoot us both. I had to do something.
What did you do?
I tried to take the gun off him, but he wouldn't let go. There was a scuffle, and...
And the gun discharged?
Yeah. Look, you have to believe me. No, it was an accident.
Lawrence! Lawrence, please don't do this! Don't throw your life away!
Hey, what are you doing back so early? Not that I'm complaining. Anything to distract me from this.
Well, my afternoon freed up, so I thought I'd come and work from home. Although, looks like you got first dibs on the table. I'll just go sit up in the other room, okay?
Or we could take a break upstairs. Well, you see, Marlon got Leo after school. So what say we pick up where we left off last night? I can feel a second wind coming on.
Well, why don't you just give me an hour or so to make some calls, and then I am all yours.
I'm going to hold you to that.
I'm banking on it.
Yeah.
What's this? Uptown Hunks.
Vanessa got it for me. She thinks we need a girly night out, so...
What? So you said yes?
Well, she didn't really give me a lot of say in the matter. But you know, if you don't want me to go...
No. It's not that. It's just, I'm surprised. I didn't think that objectifying men was your thing.
No, it's not. Trust me, I will be the one hiding at the back. But Vanessa's right. It's a long time
No, it's okay. You don't have to explain.
Yeah, but, you know, if it's a problem...
Listen, if you want to go, then you should. Like I say, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Cheers, guys.
Hey. Finn. I've been trying to get in touch. And you don't give up, obviously. How did you find me? I only started working here a few days ago.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. On a date. We came here once, remember? I liked it, so... Why have you been avoiding me?
I've been trying to sort my life out.
All I wanted to do was give you your T-shirt back, you know? I've binned it now, so
It's all right. He looks nice.
yeah. It's early days yet. Taking it slowly.
You deserve to be happy.
Thought I was.
I should get back to work. Enjoy your day.
I'm sure we're all touched by what you've just told us, Mr. White. It must have been a terrible ordeal.
Yeah.
There's still something that's bothering me. After your scuffle, as your grandfather is lying there in a critical condition, why didn't you call the ambulance straight away?
I panicked. I didn't know what to do.
I think you knew exactly what you were doing.
No, I've told you. It was an accident. I'd never hurt my granddad.
In your own words, describe how you felt when you discovered he wasn't your biological grandfather.
I don't know. Shocked, confused. I felt bad for my mum.
Angry.
Yeah, maybe a little. But that doesn't mean I deliberately shot him.
Doesn't it? Even though he changed his will. Well, you must have known you were set to inherit a great deal of money.
No. It wasn't like that.
Then why lie to the police in your initial interviews? Why not simply tell the truth?
I wanted to.
You planned the whole thing, didn't you? A chance to cash in on your inheritance and frame Andrew Sugden.
No, I've told you. I didn't mean for any of this.
Oh, I disagree. I think you knew exactly what you were doing.
Hey, what kind of stunt was that to pull?
Well, you didn't exactly give me much choice.
Do you have any idea how scared I was?
Lachlan needs me.
To do what? Throw away your own life for him?
It's time I did the right thing.
And what about me? Don't I count for anything? I've only just got you back in my life and now you just want to throw it away.
I wish it didn't have to be like that.
Then don't sentence yourself to death. Because that's what'll happen if you go down, you know it. You lose everything.
Ronnie, please, let me go.
Chances are Lachlan could still go down even if you sacrifice yourself.
I can't stand back and watch him suffer because of me.
No, we stay strong for him. I love you. And I want to be here for you. But this isn't the way.
Defence calls for Lawrence White.
I mean, how can you say it's not your kind of thing? Have you seen this lot? Just imagine rubbing oil into those ripped torsos.
Yeah, they're all right, I suppose.
OK, hello, who are you and what have you done with Tracy?
I've just got other things on my mind.
Well, if it's stopping you ogling this lot, it must be life or death.
I won't go that far. I've set Finn up with a mate, that's all.
Let him enjoy himself. Take your mind off it with this.
You beer all right?
Oh, yeah, same as ever, I suppose.
Oh, what's up? Something tickling your nose?
Oh, it's that smell. It just keeps making me want to...
Oh, what smell I can't sniff out?
Are you wearing aftershave?
What? Oh, yeah, well, I put a couple of splashes on, you know, with it being a special occasion.
Oh, no. It's just a couple of people having a drink together. Since when did you start wearing aftershave? Oh, don't answer that.
I mean, how can anyone work in a place like that? It's a health hazard for a start.
I know, but...
No buts. Trust me, the last thing I want to do is stick on a rubber glove and blitz the place. Who knows what I might find? Scientific noodle experiments or dirty mags.
Yeah, about that. It must be, Roberts.
Roberts? Ah, nothing surprises me. I mean, heaven forbid if a client turned up. That office is costing you business.
We're busy enough.
That's your problem. You never did have any ambition. It's just as well you've got me to give you a good kick up the backside when you need one.
Mr. White, other than the defendant, you are the only other witness to exactly what happened on the day you were shot.
Yes.
Yet, in your statement, you maintain you have no memory of the incident.
That's correct.
What are the first things you do remember from the day you were shot?
Well, I remember getting up, making myself something to eat, and then nothing.
Nothing at all?
That's correct.
Do you suffer from amnesia, Mr. White?
No.
So this sudden bout of amnesia seems somewhat selective. You do appreciate the need to tell the truth. I don't have to remind you that you're under oath.
No.
Good. Well, let's start at the beginning, see if we can't jog your memory, shall we?
I was under a lot of pressure. I'd been drinking heavily. I would open a bottle, try to numb the world.
So you don't recall taking the shotgun out of the cabinet? You don't remember the threats your grandson claims you made?
All I know is that it's all my fault.
Your fault how exactly? Are you saying you goaded him into shooting you?
No, you're putting words into my mouth. I would never do that to him.
No? When we already have witness testimony to the contrary. You called Lachlan White an antisocial misfit.
I was angry at the time. Depressed. I was lashing out at the people I love. I'm not proud of what I said. And if I could change things, I would.
Yet, you can't corroborate his statement in any way.
I'm sorry, no. I don't remember anything.
Are you sure, Mr. White?
Yes.
Then I have no further questions.
Mr. White, can you think of any reason why the defendant would want you dead?
None whatsoever. We have always had a loving, and will continue to have, a loving, caring, wonderful relationship.
I'll just nip the loo. Won't be long. Having fun?
Huh? Yeah, I guess. If you want a personal trainer, he's your man.
At least you're taking it slowly this time.
Meaning we didn't. Excuse me, you're the one who had the boyfriend.
Except I didn't, did I? I wanted to let you down gently.
What? You made him up? Was I really that bad?
It's not that. Things just went so fast, I felt suffocated. I just needed some space to get my head straight.
Cass, I would have understood if you told me. I don't see why you had to cushion the blow by lying.
It was complicated.
And now?
I'm trying to sort things with my family. It's not exactly been easy.
Yeah, look. If you need a mate, I'm always here.
Really?
Yeah. And not like that before you panic. No reason why we can't be mates, is there? Starting, I don't know, with a drink? Tomorrow? No, no strings. I promise.
Yeah. Why not?
Let's look at the facts, shall we? The defendant has already admitted that he placed the gun in Andrew Sugden's car. Is that the act of a scared, vulnerable, misunderstood teenager? Or is it all part of a calculated plot to grab his inheritance while he can? A chance to take revenge on Andrew Sugden, the man who tore his family apart? The defendant claims he loves his grandfather. How can he when he lies to him about his true identity, when he openly belittles and criticizes him in front of his friends? There can be no doubt of his intentions that day. He set out to kill Lawrence White and frame Andrew Sugden for the attempted murder. Of that charge, there can be no doubt. He is guilty.
Here we have a confused and vulnerable young man. And by his own admission, Lawrence White had been drinking heavily that day. All my client was trying to do was protect someone he loved from harm, not cause it. Now, what happened that day was nothing more than a terrible accident. Yes, my client made some poor errors of judgment. But did he shoot his grandfather in cold blood? A man he looked up to, loved like a father? No, he didn't.
This court will now adjourn for the jury to retire to consider their verdict.
All rise.
I hope to God it's enough to have him acquitted. The sooner we get him out of prison, the better.
Look at you, sticking to your lies when you know the truth, and you still let your own flesh and blood take the blame. You disgust me.
Come on down. They're not worth it.
Yeah, Rob's right. We need to let the jury decide what happens next.
Yes, and you know what? Andy'll get the justice he deserves, and then you'll really know what it's like to be without someone you love.
Probably best if you don't tell Zach, by the way. I mean, he might not like you watching lots of hot bods jiggling around.
It's not up to him what I do. Believe it or not, I can make my own decisions.
How's it going? The spark's still there?
Well, apart from me being allergic to his aftershave.
His what?
Joni's influence.
You fetching them drinks or what? I'm gagging here.
They say romance is dead.
That was amazing.
So you and Nathan hit it off then? Somehow I knew you would.
What? Oh, yeah, he's a nice guy, if you're into muscles. But I'm not talking about that. Kasim was working behind the bar.
Hey? Seriously? What are they on to that?
And doesn't even have a boyfriend. Made him up.
You what?
Said so himself. We were too intense. He couldn't handle it.
Well, now he can.
I wish, but I just don't want to scare him off, do I? So I'm just going to play it cool. Just friends. No.
Well, I guess this means you and Nathan are history. Oh, shame.
Oh, we have history. Yeah, he might be a bit of a gym ball, but it's hot, so I'm going to make the most of it. And I think Cass was just a tiny bit jealous, so I don't know, I might make him realise what he's missing.
Where are the kids?
Dad's got them for an hour or so. Gave me time to dig this lot out, although most of it's well past it.
I'm really grateful you want to help, only it's not just me, is it? There's Robert, and he might not like you being there. Maybe he likes things the way they are.
You know, anyone would think that you don't want me to come back.
No, it's not that at all. It's just we don't want to rub Robert up the wrong way.
Oh. Oh, you're not actually jealous because we've got history, are you?
What? No, it's not that at all.
Well, then what? Come on, Jimmy, because if you've got a problem, then say.
It's not a problem as such, only...
Is it more that I'm going to shake you into action? Take on more work? Turn that cosy little life of dubious snacks and dirty magazines on its head? Yeah. From now on, I'm in charge and we're going places, whether you like it or not.
I saw a coffee shop close by. I could do a brew run if anyone fancies.
The jury's reconvened. The court will now hear the case of the Crown versus Lachlan White.
That was quick. What if that's a bad sign?
He'll be fine. He did well in there.
I just want him back home with his family where he belongs.
We all do. Then maybe we can put this whole sorry mess behind us and make a new start.
Hey, chicken and red wine? Your favourite, I believe. Oh, it's not exactly the reaction I was hoping for.
No. Sounds great.
Good. Then pour us out a glass of wine and get yourself in the mood for an early night.
I'm sorry, I can't. Yeah, I've just had a call from work and they've got this big corporate litigation thing going on tomorrow and they're panicking, so they asked me to help out. I said yes, which kind of means that, well, I've got a shed load of case files to get through.
Right. How long will that take?
Looks like I'm going to be pulling an all-nighter. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's you know, it's important.
Anyway, early night do you good. You need to keep your strength up for your big night out.
foreperson of the jury please stand? Have you reached a verdict on which you are all agreed?
We have.
On the count of the attempted murder of Lawrence Alexander Hugo White, how do you find the defendant? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Lachlan White. The jury have delivered their verdict, and on the count of attempted murder, you have been acquitted. However, as you've already pleaded guilty to perverting the course of justice, a pre-sentence report will be prepared before sentencing. And until such a time, I will remand you in custody.
What? No.
Take him down. This court is adjourned.
All rise.
Not so smug now, are we?
Watch out, there's a new captain in charge of the cruise in just a moment. New tonight, we're sailing the Mediterranean before Nicola Walker and Sanjeev Bhaskar return in episode 2 of our gripping crime drama Unforgotten. Now the victim's been identified, the search intensifies. New at 9.